Hello, everyone. First and foremost, I hope that you are all safe and healthy and happy, and that you've been taking very good care of yourself over the last few weeks. And that includes playing way too many games or being on your phone or Netflix or Hulu or TikTok or Snapchat, whatever it might be. I am up at my cabin in Wisconsin, which is pretty awesome. We decided to come up here and kind of ride this out. So you might, throughout this video, see my dog walking back and forth. I'm on our porch right now. So I want to take you all through not only what we're going to be doing in class, but hopefully answer some questions you all might have regarding our e-learning. There was an email that was sent out earlier this week in regards to synchronous versus asynchronous learning. Please note that asynchronous is what we're doing right now. It means I have pre-recorded a video and I'm going to take you through what work I want you to do. Synchronous means that I'm going to send you all at some point a Zoom link, a link to a Zoom program. That program is automatically downloaded on your computers already, or it will be. As of right now, it's not. And our district, I really have got to give major credit to our district. I think they've done a phenomenal job of responding to this global crisis. I don't think it's dramatic to say that. Do you think? This global crisis, and that we're truly honoring that we still want you all to learn and we're trying to figure it out. So the district has purchased for you all Zoom accounts that are close-ended. That means that no one can get inside your meetings or look at any videos, and there's no there'll be no untoward behavior in video conferencing. Until we get those links though, we're going to be doing this type of learning in which I will pre-record a video for you and then take you through what I'd like you to complete. So what we're going to be working on right now is we're going to get into our scholarship unit. I'll take you through due dates as well as what needs to be done, as well as how you and I are going to connect in order to make sure that we can find you money for school. Why don't we go ahead and get started? I'd like to take you all through some e-learning updates that were sent via email I believe it was this past Sunday. I'm not sure if you received the email from our superintendent, Mr. Hyde, or the DCHS principal, Mrs. Wachowski-Wetzel. However, this is the e-learning update. Let's go through it pretty quickly. We're going to focus on just the bullet points here. The bullet points essentially state that learning moving forward is no longer enrichment. So right before our spring break, when we had those e-learning days, they were called enrichment lessons, which meant that they didn't count for a grade. However, this time, the work that we're starting today will count for a grade. This is towards your fourth quarter and will go on your transcripts. And as a college class, transcripts are very important. So let's make sure that we continue with the work. Under the step number 2, it says that there are a lot of details that need to be worked out, but teaching and learning will go on. Teachers will post assignments ahead of time for you to work on at your own pace. We may record lessons for you. We may schedule live time. Check Haiku in your email to find out what your class looks like. This is incredibly important here, as you all can imagine. If you all have gotten onto the agenda and seen this video, you all are good to go. If any of your friends have any questions, always check Haiku. If Haiku is down, which it has been over the past week or two, please email me and I'll gladly get you everything that you all need. Then, here's your schedule. Monday, March 30th and Tuesday the 31st, it's no e-learning. These are days for me to prep. Then we're going to begin a final schedule, an A day, a B day, and a C day. Your class, my College 101 classes are A days, which are period 2 from 9:15 to 10:45, and C days, which are, B days, which are period 6 from 11 through 12:30. So let's pay attention to what the district sends out in regards to our calendar and our schedule for A, B, and C days. All of that's available, but then again, if you have any questions, please feel free to come and check in with me. So once we go to today's agenda, it's going to state we are starting our scholarship unit now. This scholarship unit is essentially going to help you all find resources for scholarship and monies that will help you pay for school. Let's read through this. Over the next 2 weeks, you're going to research and apply for scholarships that will help you pay for college. Most colleges and universities have their own website listing all of the scholarships that they have available for their students. Always check with the college or university where you have applied for their scholarships. You should also call the college or university financial aid office for more information. So as you all are searching for scholarships over the next week and a half, please note that you can always call these schools. Although the schools have sent students home because of the coronavirus, many people are still in the office or at least answering emails. So let's talk about when things are going to be due. I need to move this up here just a little bit. So we're beginning this unit today, which is the 1st. Past that, your scholarship. I need you to find at least 7 scholarships using the tools that we're going to learn over the next few weeks together. Then you're going to create one Google document that includes the name of each scholarship, the website of each scholarship, the required materials for completing that scholarship, such as the resume, the essay, an application, whatever it might be. Just one document you're going to create that has all of the information in for these scholarships all together. That's what you're going to submit to me. Let's go ahead and begin at the following link. As the page loads, please note that the link is going to take you to this home page for the scholarship unit. That essentially is the information that I just read to you. Let's get started. I'm going to take you all through. If we were in class, we would do some notes together. However, because we're not in class, we're not going to do some notes. It's that simple. However, I am going to take you through the PowerPoint, and then I'm going to take you through the assignment I want done by the next time that your class meets. So, all about scholarships. Let's go through this. What are we learning today? We're going to learn the difference between scholarships and grants, scholarship sources, or where you can actually search for them, what elements are included in an application, and then how to search for and apply for those scholarships. So, there's a difference here between aid and grants. So a grant is need-based. That means based on the information you provide in your FAFSA. This is solely based on your income, your parents or your families or your guardian's income. So those are just need-based. Normally, that's what a college will put together for you in a financial aid letter. Scholarships, however, are merit-based. This is based on a specific set of criteria, whether it be gender, race, grades, socio-emotional needs, whatever it might be. Those are actual scholarships. I think the most famous one that I've heard of is the left-handed scholarship. The reason I say it's famous is because most people have heard of it. The issue with it is I've never known anyone or even known someone who knew someone that got that scholarship. So there are a lot of scholarships out there that are just ways to get your information and send you letters and stuff in your email. Then there's self-help aid, and that's the work study or the loans. We've actually talked about that work study before. So, when looking for scholarships, what's important is that you want to remember to think big and small. Don't rule out a scholarship just because you don't feel it's not enough money. There are only a few $10,000 scholarships, and everyone applies for them. But those $1,000 scholarships, many people don't apply for, and those are the ones to go for, because those are the money that's there for you. Plan ahead. You all are juniors. You all are figuring out exactly what scholarships and colleges are going to look like. This is good. Plan ahead. Create this document of all your scholarships. Next, it says proofread. For the love of everything, if you are going to submit a scholarship or an application for scholarships, asking someone to trust you enough to give you money, but you misspell the name of the scholarship or misspell your name or the college name or your high school's name, you really demonstrate that maybe you're not the best person for that scholarship. Attention to detail is very important. Next, make sure that you're aware of all the deadlines and submit all the required information. This happens almost every single year, but many scholarships will get upwards of 100 or 200 students that apply. And that's very difficult for whomever is choosing who's going to get that scholarship to decide who gets it. However, one of the easiest ways are that if you didn't include something in your scholarship that is mandatory, or if you submitted it late, then you don't get it. It's that simple. So if they tell you that you have to have a cover letter, a resume, an essay, and the scholarship actual application filled out, and it's all due by, let's say, April 1st, and you turn it in April 2nd, you're automatically out of the running. So make sure that you're aware of your deadlines. Next, apply to as many as possible. Next, apply as early as possible. Now, how can you use the monies? There's actually a lot of scholarships that will say you can only use the scholarship for specific purposes like books or materials when you're on campuses. You should always be aware of the expenses and the requirements of each scholarship. There are also two different types of sources for the scholarship monies. There's institutional, so money that you can find through colleges and universities, and then through other organizations. Why are scholarships so important? Well, the numbers speak for themselves. In 2016 through 2017, public universities were $15,000 a year. Private colleges were almost $30,000 a year. Community colleges are $5,000 a year. There's just an awful lot going on. It's a lot of money, so you really should pay attention to what your expenses are and how much you would want to take out in student loans. So, your time can be worth big money. So if you spend 4 hours on a $1,000 scholarship application, you actually just made $250 per hour. Now, if you don't get the scholarship, hopefully any essays that you have to write or anything you need to fill out for scholarships, you can use over and over again. So really think of it as you're not wasting time by finding money. They also vary in the amount of effort. So when you look for them, you'll always be asked for a general application with your demographic information. Most of the time, you're asked for a letter of recommendation. You're always asked to write an essay. Then you always should demonstrate your intended area of study or what you might want to major in school and why. Be ready to discuss your extracurricular activities and level of involvement in school. Then you might have to participate in an interview or an audition or a portfolio. They might want to meet with you before giving you that money. You also have to have your transcripts available, which is what we went through earlier in the semester. And athletic ability. If you're applying for any sort of athletic scholarship, they're definitely going to want to be able to see you play. So if you have a highlight reel or if you can go to the actual campus, that's a good idea. And then finally, you might have to demonstrate your financial need. So many students are nervous about saying this, but there's nothing wrong with saying, I need money and here's why I need money. Be honest, be forthright, it'll help you out. And they might want to know some personal background information about you. Those are all pretty normal. So these are the sites in which you can look for scholarships. We'll go through these more next week. But CapEx, FastWeb, Scholarships, Peterson's, College Scholarships, studentportal.isac.gov or org, and studentaid.gov are all really great websites. The FAFSA's role in scholarships. When you apply for the FAFSA, when you submit your FAFSA, that goes to the financial aid departments. Then they're going to decide how much money you need based on your income. So when they put together need-based, that will determine how many merit-based scholarships you might need. Please feel free to read this slide. So what can you do now? You can begin by creating a college planning calendar, look for scholarships, go on tours and visits, and ask questions. Finally, check in with your school counselor. Now, there I am again. Now that presentation's done, we're going to scroll down. This is the assignment that's due before we meet next class. We've established that there's plenty of money and scholarship money out there, but finding the scholarship that's right for you can be difficult. Look at the list below to determine your attributes for finding quality scholarships. Below are some search factors that can yield numerous scholarships. If you get too many results, try narrowing it down your search, using one or more additional factors. The more qualifications you meet in this list that we're about to look at, the more you're likely to win in money. I call this discussion board playing your card. That means all of us have individual aspects that make up who we are. You use that to your benefit when looking for scholarships. So in your post, what majors are you considering? What career path do you want to go into? What's your GPA? What's your state or country of residency, your original if you have one? What's your ethnicity? What's your religion? Do you have any disabilities? Do you have any special circumstances? Do you have any special skills or talent? Who's your current employer? Where do you want to go to school? Does your family have any military or veteran status? What's your sexual orientation? I want you to copy and paste these questions into a discussion board. And then what we're going to do is I'm going to help you narrow down through one-on-one conferences that we're going to meet, digitally, obviously, virtually, but we're going to meet in order to discuss how can we take these individual aspects of who you are and turn that into scholarship searches. For example, up here where it says what's your GPA and your intended plan or career plan. Well, let's say you have a 3.2 GPA and you want to be an architect. There might literally be a scholarship for someone that has a GPA 3.0 to 3.5 that wants to go in architecture. Like, they get that specific. So I'm going to try to figure out and help you all determine what makes you you. What's your card? What card can we play to help get you more money? This is a private one-on-one journal. It's just you and me. And I want you to post it before our next class meeting. Second hour, you meet again on Monday, April 6th from 9:15 to 10:45. Sixth hour, you meet Tuesday, April 7th from 11 to 12:30. At that time, I'm hoping that we have our Zoom accounts and that we're able to meet virtually. Until then, please complete this assignment and check the agenda. Email me if you have any questions. I can't wait to see you guys. Have a wonderful day. Email me any questions if you have them. Bye.